Hey guys, Ash and Matt here. Oh, this is really light. Let me bright. Let me turn it down a bit.
Oh, there we go.
Sorry. Tonight we wanted to talk about how we make our marriage a priority, and hopefully maybe give you guys some tips, or not that we know all of the answers, but just communicate to you how we kind of figure it out after having Rowan. So I'm gonna turn this down again.
It seems really bright.
I know. Sorry. It's because we're so close.
Is it?
Yeah. Is it still?
No.
Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm wasting time here. Shit.
Okay.
This isn't good. There we go. That's better. So I have to admit that when Matt and I decided to, hey Tara, that when Matt and I decided to start a family, that my biggest fear was our marriage and like the health of our marriage. And so we kind of made some promises together about what we were going to do when we had a child. Mm-hmm. We were so lucky to have one. And one of those things being that we were going to make sure that we went on a trip together alone when she was one, or he was one, whatever the child ended up being. But now I can say she.
Yeah.
And that we wanted to make sure that we had regular date nights, and that no matter how hard it was to get away, or no matter how hard it was to get away with regards to finding daycare, but also just like emotionally away from the child, that we were going to make it happen. So that was kind of like the big scheme of things, but we found other things throughout the last year, even before we had Rowan, of how we make our marriage a priority. So we're going to go over some of these points, and we'll kind of touch on things that are our strengths and our weaknesses, and then, yeah, hopefully have some conversation with you guys. That was a really slow start. I'm sorry. We'll get it together. I'm really tired today.
Wasn't bad.
Okay. Anyway, so I'm gonna let you start, and we'll kind of go back and forth. So how would you say, give us one way that you think we make our marriage a priority?
Sure. I think we find time to, take interest in each other's day. So we always debrief on the day, or debrief on how the day went. Mm-hmm. So it's not, we don't just come down and come home, and it's, it's not snap into, take care of Rowan, get ready for bed, and then just like, sleep.
Yeah, watch TV and go on your phone.
We make a point of talking to each other, and we put our phones away, and the whole meditation thing, and turning electronics off an hour before bed, roughly, give or take.
Yeah, we try.
Depending on if we fall asleep watching a program. Like, these are things that we do.
Yeah.
To make sure that we're talking.
Yeah. I would say number one is that often when Matt comes home for a long time, like until the evening, if we're even lucky, we don't watch TV. So we keep the TV off. Sometimes we have like music going, but we often keep the TV off unless it's like a program for Rowan or something, and we just talk. And even now, we just we put Rowan to bed an hour ago, and we just spent the last hour on the couch talking.
Yep. And
we also ate and stuff. But so I would say on a daily basis, that's definitely
that's typically
one thing that we do. I wrote down a couple things. The one thing I wanted to say on how I'm really adamant on keeping our marriage a priority is that we don't say yes to everything.
Yeah.
So, and our friends might laugh at us, that know us, because they might know us as this, without us even actually verbally saying it, is that we get invited to things, but we often say no. And it's not because we don't want to be there, but it's because Matt's gone a lot during the week, and it's very important to us during the weekend that we spend time together. And so we always try to make sure one day on the weekend is like just us as a family.
Yeah.
We do our best to do that, and we say no a lot to make that happen.
Yeah. We say no to things. Yeah.
We say yes to things too, but I'm just saying we can't. But we can't.
That's what I think the thing is we find a balance, because I can tell, and I know you can tell, when we've said yes to too many things, and then it feels like there's like, we just turn around to each other and we'll say, we haven't had a weekend where we've done nothing. Yeah. And that's when we're just like, okay, let's not say yes to something for a while, and that way we can have a weekend where we're free and clear to do whatever we want. Yeah. Because that's important.
And because doing nothing sometimes just means spending time together and making each other a priority. Like, it doesn't mean, like, doing nothing doesn't necessarily mean just like sitting in there on the couch. It's like doing stuff as a family, and like doing nothing, and
and pizza. And pizza.
And sometimes, yes, ordering pizza is very nice as well, not having to cook. So, yeah, I wanted to throw that one in there. That's definitely a way that I think that we prioritize ourselves in our marriage, is that we don't say yes to everything, because if we were constantly saying yes and doing stuff with couples, we wouldn't be doing stuff alone. And that's important.
Yeah. So there's a balance.
And your turn. Another one.
Another one?
Yeah, we're going to pop back and forth a couple times until we run out.
Well, we definitely we have our hobbies and things that we like to do, and we make room for us to do those things. So, if you want to go and see a concert, you go and see a concert.
That's why I'm tired today.
Yeah. If I want to go out for a ride on my motorcycle, you're really cool with that too. Like, I just think that that's important, is that we appreciate that there's things that each other likes to do, and we take an interest in those things. That's the other thing too, is that I'm genuinely interested in things that you're interested in.
Yes.
Even certain bands that I have a hard time getting to like, I give them a chance.
Yeah.
So I think it's important to take an interest and find some common ground on things.
Yes.
Yeah.
So definitely, and I do really appreciate that. So, as a perfect example, right before we popped on here, we're sitting on the couch. I went to see a concert last night called Nothing More, and I love the band. Like, I'm kind of borderline obsessed right now, and that's not huge into them. And he's like, so what am I looking up on the internet? I'm like, Nothing More. No, what else was I going to look up? Something on Amazon? No, Nothing More. And then I just kept on saying it, and then eventually he's watching a song with me, and he's taking interest.
Yeah, they're good. I like them. I'm interested to see them live now. So
yeah, good.
We'll go next time.
And another thing that many people know me as, and then now Matt's going to get thrown into this as a byproduct, is another way to make our marriage a priority is sex. And that was actually a fear of mine after having Rowan, is that I'm like, oh my God, like, a lot of people don't do that much after they have kids. And I think that even if you're tired and you're exhausted and
or Rowan's still screaming in her room,
you have to do it.
You gotta just get through it.
And that's a priority. Like, I have heard women say, I'm too tired or whatever, or somebody else has my attention. Like, you have to make that a priority. Like, if you're not connecting, like, what else you got? Like, you have to connect, and that is a special way to connect. So we definitely make that a priority, and so as uncomfortable as that may make some of you, I'm sure you're expecting me to say something like that, because I'm very vocal about how I think that is a big part of people's happilless, whether it be by yourself or with a couple or whatever. So
sure.
Not with a couple like us, I mean together.
Well, if that's what you're into. I mean, that's totally cool.
Yeah. Let me just see.
What's that?
I just want to see it. A couple of people say it. I'm tired too. I know, Priscilla. Geez, I actually had a tea before, and then I have to go to bed right after this. So, but I'm like, I need to have a tea before we go on Facebook Live. I'm tired. Frank and I do the same thing. We say a lot, so we say no to a lot, so we get to spend time together without distraction. It's so important, Julie. Good for you. And hi, Frank and Julie. I hope Frank's watching too. Waiting to see which one mentions the bedroom. April called it. My money is on Ashley. Yes.
Yeah.
April, I was thinking the same thing. You called it, April. Yes. Geez, yeah, I knew you guys would be expecting me to do this. It says Priscilla. So yeah, anyways, obviously you guys called it. So yes, that is a major priority. And one I can say we've done successfully since having Rowan, because I was really worried about that. So sorry, Andrea, if you're watching this. And what would you say is another one? Another how we prioritize our marriage?
I gave you a list. I was thinking, which one did I have down there that I said? Oh, I know that. Wait.
This one.
What's that?
This is the...
Oh, well, yeah.
The grandparent one.
Yeah, we create time. Yeah. So, well, that's important. We I think that we create time by, saying no to things is one thing, but that's you can't say no to everything. You have to, exactly. That's what I meant about balance. But we create space in our days, or create space in our week, or our month, or whatever the case may be, by things like daycare, So we've created space for that. It gives us a little bit of room for our health and sanity. Probably more yours than mine.
We're trying daycare right now, so I'm not working every single night when Matt gets home.
That's important. Your mental health is very important.
That has been a big challenge since having Rowan, for sure.
That's important. And then, you know, getting grandparents involved and having them spend time with Rowan, and gives us time to go and do things, like even if we're just going out for dinner or going to see a movie or whatever, right? Yeah. That's really important. So I think that's another important one too, is use the network around you, you know, your parents, your grandparents, whatever.
Release control.
Yeah, like let you know, find a way. And then not everyone has that option.
Yes.
And sometimes parents they live far away or whatever, and I know that can be challenging, but try to find a way to do it. And
or a babysitter.
Not only that, or siblings. Like my sister, I hope that we can get Rowan to go and hang out with her a little bit more. I know Andrew's been missing out. Yeah. Because she's been so busy, so you know, that's another person.
So one thing we took from friends that may be watching, Eric and Rita, that's okay, is before we had Rowan, is that they would go out like every other Friday or every third Friday or something like that together and have a date night, and we're like, that's what we'll be doing. And that is actually something else that we committed to, and that and we're so lucky enough to have moved home now and have access to our parents to be able to help. So that is a way that we've made each other a priority, and even if we don't have a lot of energy to go out and do stuff, like we'll just hang out, like we'll just keep it really simple and go for a motorcycle ride, or just hang out and watch Netflix, or spend time with friends, go out for dinner or something. Like, it doesn't have to be extravagant. It doesn't have to go away all the time.
Or get stuff done. Like, there's been times where we've used the time just to, like, clean the house because there's no time to do it during the week. So you just figure, all right, the two of us, let's just bring our heads together, power through this cleanup. Yeah. Or, like, you'll clean, I'll go buy all the groceries, and then we can meet back here, and then everything's all done, and then we can just relax, you know? Like, that helps a lot. That's
actually another way we've kind of made, if you can throw it into this, is making our marriage a priority, is that we've really been doing a lot of click and collect. So we're not wasting our week. Really so we're not wasting our weekend doing things like grocery shopping, because we want to spend time together and we want to spend time with Rowan. And she is a very active child and can't always sit in the car and in the cart for that long without having a squiggle fest. Yeah. So that's actually a way we've kind of prioritized it as well. So
it's kind of nice because you can place the order and then you can schedule it to pick up anytime you want, and then it's never more than $5 for the pickup, which in my mind is worth every penny. Yeah. When you factor in your time and the convenience, and you're paying a couple bucks, but really, again, I think they're not charging enough, but whatever. Yeah. That it's cheap. Yeah. And it's worth it.
Yeah. And when Rowan's older, maybe we'll go and we can talk about food, and we can share and the experience, and she can socialize. But she's just going through this phase where she's like really squiggly wiggly, and we don't really we don't get a lot of time together. Like, and we don't feel like doing that on the weekend.
Yeah, and we typically shop for groceries on the weekend, which is the worst time to go to the grocery store unless you go at 8 or 9 in the morning. Yeah. Because everybody goes there. So I prefer not.
Yeah. So and then so I would say that's kind of how we prioritize our marriage, is like we made a decision to make sure that we still focus on each other, especially after having a baby, which can really the day gets busy and it gets forgotten sometimes. So we put distractions away. Like, we sit and we talk. We literally sit and talk on the couch together. Like, there's no TV on. There has not been a TV on today. And we just hang out and we listen to music and we have conversation. Yeah. And that might not seem like a lot, but it ends up being like it's us connecting. And so that is one way. And we went on the trip.
We also feel that it's very important, and I think that you're probably going to get to this, but we think it's very important that Rowan sees that.
Yes.
So for Rowan to see that we do that, and that we love each other, and that we're physical, and we're, like there's a connection and there's love, and that's important for Rowan to see that.
Yes.
So, we talked about that and how important that would be for her growing up to be.
Yes.
To see that.
We just don't want her to see her parents coexisting and the teamwork.
Yeah, we're not just the the management.
Yeah. Like, we want her to see that. So that's another way to prioritize, is that's important for us, that she sees those things, that they don't just see us like crossing paths and like managing a household together. Right. Is that we actually care. And then, like, sometimes, like, often Matt will come in and give me a kiss before he even gives Rowan one, right? Like it's like mommy's important, we're important, and then you're an awesome byproduct of that, kind of thing.
That's right.
So, what would you say our struggles are in prioritizing?
Well, I wouldn't say. I mean, I think. Well, first of all, we're talking about all the positive things and all the amazing things, and how we, and all the benefits of it. But the reality is it's not easy. No, it's not. And it's not perfect, and we still make mistakes, and things still happen. And sometimes, whatever, we may get into a disagreement about something, and but
like I was a handful this last week.
But you have to accept that that's going to happen, right? Yeah. It's not, you can't be perfect, and you just have to know that you can always do better.
Yeah, I saw the best quote about that last week. I can't remember who posted it. It was somebody off of Really Fit. Yeah. Really Fit Online. They said, marriage is not about how much two people love each other. It's about how much two imperfect people don't give up on each other.
Right. Yeah, no,
right?
That's true. Yeah.
And so not looking for perfection. Yeah, so we're not trying to give you the impression that we're perfect by any means. I was definitely a handful this last week. I don't know what's been going on since having Rowan, but the week before I get my period, mind you, there was some some stuff going on in my life that was enhancing this, but I was a mess last week. And he dealt with me, right? And you learn how to manage, and but I think a healthy part of that is taking that time and turning everything off and just talking. We have a lot of baths together. I don't know if that bothers you. I told the public that, but we have a lot of baths together, and at nighttime before we go to bed, and then we meditate, and then that's something that was really releasing for me, instead of just go all the time, and there's no connection, and you go to bed and you're pissed off and you don't have sex, and then you have to have all this balance so that the shitty things aren't so shitty and they don't last so long.
Right? It's all about your perspective too, right? When you don't demand perfection from a situation, you're not, you can't do everything. You can't carry the groceries and make dinner and somehow post something to Instagram and somehow figure out how to print from your new laptop. You can't do all that. This is my biggest struggle. You can't do that all at once. You have to be okay, I'm going to do this task. You have to monotask. Buzzword. I know. You have to do these things to, anyway.
Yeah, that's a whole other Facebook Live.
I'm getting off topic.
But anyways, I would definitely say, our struggle is that it's not perfect. And
and it's not a struggle. I mean, I would say the challenges.
The challenge.
Yeah. There's no struggle.
No, maybe struggle.
We both are we're in it.
Yeah.
We're in it, so we we enjoy it.
And I just think that when you make your marriage a priority and you are invested in it, you're just generally a happier person. If you're married to somebody that you're not investing in, or you don't feel like they're investing in you, you're going to be pretty miserable. And then your kids are going to feed off that, and your coworkers are going to feed off that, and your friends are going to feed off that. So I honestly think that if obviously you have to take care of yourself, number one. And you have to tell your spouse how to help take care of that, and then you need to take care of each other, because then it's a ripple effect, and it goes into everything. Let's see what other people are saying here. You're welcome, Rita. Yes, I agree 100%. Making sure your children see that you love each other by being affectionate. I grew up with that, and now I'm doing the same. That's what we were just talking about. Yeah. That's what we were just talking about. That was really important to me, and I can't say my parents' marriage was perfect by any means. Definitely had a lot of struggles there, but I always knew how much my parents loved each other. They were very affectionate and very open with their love, and they still are. They still are, and they still are with us too, right? I went over to see my parents today, and I swear to God, they probably give me 4 or 5 kisses in the span of an hour. And I love it, but it's just constant hugging and kissing. And I love yous. Like my dad said I love you, I think 3 times in the driveway. It's pretty funny. So so that was something I saw. Even though there was imperfection, I saw that there was an intense love, and then I think that was amazing to witness, and so it was important to want to do that for Rowan too. Perfection does not exist. Those searching for it are the ones who will never be truly happy. I'm pretty sure my brother won't be watching this, but can you send him a note? Because I think that's what he's looking for. Anyways, but yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. I mean, we would love to know what you guys want to hear. I mean, we had some people ask us to talk about our marriage, and so we thought a really good first topic about our marriage is how we make it a priority.
Yeah.
And do you have anything else to add before we log off? You look like you're going to say something funny.
No, well,
or sarcastic.
I was going to say I like to. I don't know if this is like keeping our marriage healthy, but well, it does. I think it does. But I like to help with your clothing. I like to pick.
Oh yes.
We like to do fashion shows. That's a lot of fun.
No, you like to do fashion shows.
I really do like to do that.
I am not into fashion at all. Like
I like
you guys can't even see. Like I'm wearing like comfy pants right now. I have a sports bra on.
I like. Yeah, I do really enjoy that. Like it's those little things that I find a lot of fun.
Yes.
Like getting you to dress up and you know. Yeah, I find that a lot of fun. Or we go out and go shopping, and you try things on, and I'm waiting in the change room and just kind of.
Matt picks what I'm going to wear.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Every
awesome.
time I get a comment on my clothing, it's like if I dressed my way, I'd be in black all the time, and I'd probably be wearing a bunch of band shirts, and then Matt comes swooping in, and it's like, okay, like you need to work on your style here. Like, I think that you should go to this. Like, we went to the Gap on the weekend. Matt's like, I really think you need to try on this pair of pants. And I'm like, I never shop at the Gap. Like,
I know I should have worked in retail.
I could care less about the Gap.
Personal shopper.
And then so I don't even know if that's a priority, but it's definitely something that you enjoy doing is dressing me up.
But that is one of the things that makes our marriage exciting and fun is that we do those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Well, actually, it is because one time
you do stuff for me, not that specifically, like dressing me, but there's other things that you do that Yeah.
Actually, I have a funny story. I'm going to ask you what after, but
okay.
I had a funny story about that. Is I remember asking Matt one time. It was actually right before, or it was right at the beginning of when I got pregnant. And you're going through this, like starting to go through these body changes, and I'm like, I'm always working out, and I'm always working out with people, and I'm always just wearing like slacks, like just like really easygoing like clothes, as I am exampled right now. Mm-hmm. And I said to Matt, I said, is there anything I can do while I'm pregnant to like not only make myself feel good, but like to keep things like sexy and like me feeling sexy? And he's like, well, like maybe you could wear something like a little bit more flattering, like, or something like a little bit more like trendy or whatever. So anyways, I don't even know if you guys are going to find this funny, but the very next day I had a client and I woke up and I had no makeup on. Do you remember this picture I took? Oh, yeah. And then I was wearing these like baggy pants and like a baggy black shirt, and then you came, like when you came down in the morning, you're like, wow, like you're really trying, Ash. I asked him what he wanted, and then the next day I'm wearing these like baggy pants and baggy shirt and no makeup.
Off to a good start.
Yeah. I took a picture and sent it to my girlfriend Heather, and I was like, this is as sexy as it gets.
There's sexier than that though. There's that time that you went and remember when you went and got your tooth? Remember you got your tooth like drilled, and then they froze your face, and one side of your face drooped, and then I still have that picture. I was gonna put it on a mug and give it to you.
Yeah. Matt was at work, and then like my face was so frozen, like my like smiling with one face. That's actually sometimes, I'll get to that in a second. But anyways, I took a picture of myself, and I was like, get ready for this. It's going to be so sexy. And I was like,
yeah, you look like you had Bell's palsy. Like John Cratchin. You look like you had the John Cratchin thing going.
Oh my God. Anyways, it is important to send sexy pictures sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, you know what else is? Oh, speaking of sexy pictures, dick pics. That helps a lot. That helps.
You did just say that on Facebook Live.
What? I can't say that?
I don't think so. I don't know. We'll find out if they cut us off. But yeah, anyways, we do enjoy doing stuff like that.
Richard pics. There you go. Short form.
Richard pics. But we still do stuff like that.
Those are things that you can do. I didn't send one and post one on Facebook. I just referenced it. I feel like that's okay. It's not a swear word. People can swear on Facebook, can't they?
I don't know.
I think they can. I swore last time on one of ours, and it didn't get taken down.
I think you're making me blush. But anyways, yeah, we still do stuff like that. We actually still send each other pictures like that. And we're 7 years in now?
Right. I highly encourage my friends to do it.
Yeah.
Like, not to you, to me, to their significant others. to their significant others, yeah.
Guess who this is?
Yeah. Anyway.
We got together. It's actually 8 years this month that we started hanging out again, because it was in 2009. So 8 years later, still sending inappropriate pictures. Yeah, and there's another way to make your. So tomorrow, for any of you that haven't done that in a very long time, there's a challenge. Yeah. Send a sexy pic to your significant other. Yeah. So, anyways.
Should we finish on a high note?
Yeah, I think we should finish on a high note. Does anybody have anything else to say? My God, that would be terrifying if Rob was dressing Katrina. That's pretty funny. I'm lucky. With the way he dresses. He's got style. He's got good style. He's not just a sexy man. Anything else? Any questions? Can you guys please let us know, whether it's in private message or it's on here, whatever, what you want to hear us talk about, or even if you want us to stop doing these because it's getting really inappropriate and you're like, I don't want to know anymore.
Like maybe we should just, next week we'll just I'll read an article from my motorcycle magazine to everybody.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to like that.
Isn't that what they do on Periscope? I'll just I'll show off my new lawnmower and then people can...
Yeah, Periscope's weird. Periscope's really weird.
It's like the creepy...
It's so creepy. Somebody told me, I had a business coach at one point for a short time. She was a social media business coach. And she's like, you need to get on Periscope. It's like the next big thing. And so I get this account and then I go on it. And it was literally a guy barbecuing. And there's that. And then there's some really inappropriate stuff going on. I know we just had some inappropriate talk, but this was watching inappropriate stuff. It was disturbing. And I'm I am not going. I did one video on me doing a workout, and I'm I will never do this again. I feel
it's odd.
Yucky. I just felt really yucky.
Anyway.
But anyways, I hope that was helpful. I hope it was encouraging. Insightful. Educational. I can say honestly, I'm one of the things uplifting. No pun intended. I can say honestly that one of the things I'm proudest of is our marriage. So, and like we said, it's not perfect, but I hope if anything that was I don't know, you got just a little piece and you want to do something, you want to take on the challenge tomorrow, or
I would love to hear what other people do.
I know.
I would love to hear comments about just the number one thing. Not they don't list all of them, but just number one thing that they feel is what's important to them to keep their marriage really.
That's a great question. There's 21 people on here right now. 22 people.
Interesting and a priority.
How does anybody make their marriage a priority? That's a great question.
Number one thing.
Well, people are writing. I'm going to see if I missed anything.
They don't have to do it here. They can do it in the comments afterwards. There's a lot of pressure.
I want to know now. Oh, Rhonda Best came on. That's awesome. I'm going to see you tomorrow at a nice early 6 a.m. I have no idea how you two popped on my screen, but I am sort of laughing with you. I'm sort of. Keep it inappropriate. That's what Katrina said. Of course you love that, Katrina. That's why I love you, because you're inappropriate too. You have such a dirty mind. I love you too. Do a live chat about your epic wedding. Yeah, that would be a good one too. God. You guys are adorable. Date nights, which sadly we've been neglecting lately. Well, it's time.
We could post that video of me dancing in my underwear and then falling over the bale of hay.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
Laura
has that photo.
Yeah.
Or that video. I think I have it somewhere on my...
Yeah, Laura has that video. Anyway. Or the picture of you and my dad in your underwear.
And my underwear,
yeah. Does anybody make a schedule that includes time for us?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
see, Rita, you guys were some of our...
Just like a teacher would.
A teacher. Rita's the perfect teacher. You are the epiphany of a teacher. But yeah, it's very important, and I thank you guys for inspiring us to do the same.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, here we got some stuff coming up. Great question. That's the one. The number one thing for us, this is Nicole King, who, by the way, has 4 children, is to take time for us each night once all the 4 kids are in bed. We pour a glass of wine, hit the hot tub, and chat.
Oh, that's amazing. See, that's why we need a sauna or something.
Oh,
a sauna, that's really
I know. Good. My parents have a hot tub and a sauna, and we love going over and in it. You do, don't you, Nicole? You have the best conversations when you're in there. Jeff and I do the same as you guys. We make each other a priority and say no to a lot. I know. And sometimes it's so hard, as I'm sure you can imagine, because you guys live far away too. Like, you can't say yes to everything. You'd be spending every single weekend driving.
Yeah.
And like it's hard to say no, but it's important to say no. And you just have to know when the appropriate time to do that is. Recognizing that kids are a huge part of our lives, but they don't define us. Ooh, I like that one. Yeah, that's a really good one, Rita. Drink wine by the fire and chit chat. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
and
that's
I feel like you guys also, Katrina, really like to play games. I feel like that's a way that you guys spend time.
Like what kind of games? Like board games?
No, they like to play card games.
Oh, card games.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because they have their poker night.
Yeah,
that's right.
I
mean, that could have went anywhere if we were to start getting inappropriate. I mean.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, there you go. Well, it's Katrina. We love our kids, but we aren't a slave to them. Yes. Exactly. And we love Rowan so much, but we also look forward to time away from her. Like, it's really important, and it's important for our sanity. Have a sense of humor. Wine helps too. Oh, yes. Actually, having
a recurring theme of wine.
Yeah, I know. Lots of ladies like to drink wine. Matt and I keep saying how we have to get on wine, but like we don't drink it enough. We only drink beer. We need to be more wine connoisseur.
I could be down for more wine.
But that's Leslie. Leslie, how long have you been married for? I mean, you know what you're talking about. You've been married for what, like 15 years or something? That's right. You must know me well. We play poker, chess, and Scrabble, and love golfing.
Yes, golfing.
Yeah. Yeah, golfing is another good one. Games. We used to love playing games before kids. Definitely need to set that up again. Great reminder. I see a theme going on with you here, Alexia. I think that you guys need a date night ASAP. I think it's time. Time to send the kiddies off to the grandparents and go have a you and a hubby night for sure. Anything else that people do to make their marriages priority? Is Julie still on here? I feel like you have some insight. You and Frank have been together for a long time, and you guys seem very in love. So you must be doing something right. Speaking of time, it's almost time for our bath.
Yeah, that's true.
We're going to have to get off soon.
We shouldn't put pressure on people.
Done and done. Yes! I know. You know what? I don't know.
We're just going to leave this live until everyone answers.
No, we won't keep doing that. But hey, let us know if you guys do the challenge, and if you don't know what we're talking about, you have to go back and watch the whole video and see what Matt's inappropriate challenge is for you and your significant others.
That's right.
Tomorrow, kids in bed, drink beer and talk. Yeah, that's awesome. It's the simple things, and those are the things that you can do on a regular basis.
Yep, totally.
Right? Like our bath time. You can do that kind of stuff on a regular basis. Sex is key. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. It is. If you're not doing that with your spouse, then like, what are you doing besides coexisting? I hate to say it and throw it out there, but like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You have to go and do that.
That's right.
Yeah. Even if it's at midnight and you're tired and you got like one eye open, you're like, I'll figure this out. It doesn't have to look perfect.
No.
Imperfection. Take imperfect action. That's another saying I love. So anyways, we won't keep you guys. We're gonna go have a bath. I have to be up very early, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and we could just keep rambling and you might get bored. So
I'm definitely gonna be asking for updates.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be asking you to read me comments.
Yeah.
I actually, just by the way, I do that. I ask you to read me all the comments.
Yeah, Matt actually really enjoys this.
I do take an interest in it.
I said to Matt tonight, if I don't get any ideas from the girls of if they want us to continue talking, whether it be about parenting, marriage, like
motorcycles,
motorcycles, like whatever it may be. If they don't give us
4 episodes of that,
if they don't give us what they want to talk about, then we're gonna stop it in October. Like, so you have 1 more week. So
I'm not gonna stop it.
That's what he said. He's like, I want to keep going. I think he enjoys it. So, anyways, we're gonna talk to you guys later. Thanks for joining on and commenting and having fun with us and listening to Matt's Inappropriate. I just feel so bad for your sister if she sees this.
Why?
Because you said dick pic.
No, you're not supposed to say that. That's the secret. Now they can just see the end of the video.
They still don't know. Gotta go back and watch it. Anyways, You're awesome. Thanks so much, guys, and have a good night. And we'll see you next Monday, but I will see you on Wednesday, and I think we're going to do a workout. Okay? Okay, bye.